experiences.
Yes, of course. Please go ahead. Yeah.
So I wanted to tell you a beautiful dream which I had today morning.
Yeah.
And I've been recording all the dreams, all the days, whatever I remember. But as usual, I think I'll remember everything, but then I forget, like a complete,
That's normal.
unnatural process. So I remember this particular dream, and it was at 4 o'clock in the morning. So when I wake up at 4, I record the dream then itself, because then later on, if I think I'll record at 6, then I forget. So I dreamt.
I think at 4 o'clock, I'll be still dreaming the final dream, probably.
So I dreamt this beautiful dream that there was a big meadow kind of a thing, and the horses are there in the stable. And I am going to the horses to see the horse energies. And I am telling that, yes, I have to see the horse energies because horses are wise. And from those energies, wisdom will come. So I'm consulting those energies not only for myself, but also for others. And it gave me a beautiful feeling actually. So that was one dream which I thought I'll share.
Wonderful. Maybe today you'll decode that.
Yeah, okay.
There's no point decoding some 2 years back dream which you still remember.
Right.
Because it was relevant at that time, right? The most recent is what we should do.
Right.
If you ask me how recent is what, it's like the usual question when people ask tarot readers. This one, whatever you told me, how long it will stay true?
Yes.
It depends on us actually, right? If you change your reality, it may not hold good even tomorrow. So approximately you take 3 months. That's what we generally think. But when it comes to dreams, it may be if it's a repetitive dream, then that means it has some meaning for you until it's so long as it's repeating. But otherwise, it's as recent or as it could be like for today and tomorrow and yesterday. It'll be like that because subconscious mind can change. And it has so much for us to tell.
Right.
So it continues to give us indications throughout the morning and then the night. It's working so hard for us, isn't it?
True.
Okay, so 5, 6. So let me formally start. Welcome everybody again for today, another session where we are planning to decode the dreams. And also we are planning to enjoy a little more because dream world is a dream world. And definitely we all enjoy. Even if it's a bad dream, it's like, it's okay. It's a dream. It's not reality. You can think like that, right? So either way, we are the winners. So it's fine. So last week we talked about dream planning, correct? So did any one of you try dream planning? It need not have to be the 3 steps which we told. It can be just thinking that I want to dream this and see what happens. Even that much is enough before you go to bed. So did anybody try the dream planning your dream? If so, what is that you tried? Like the technique basically. Okay, so let's start with that question. Did anybody try?
Yes.
How did you try?
I just tried that I want to have this lucid dreaming, and I should be able to control the dreaming.
Okay.
And then I put some nice meditative music while sleeping, and then I slept off. So that is the morning yesterday when I dreamt about the horses today morning. It was one of the very beautiful dreams I had.
Okay. So anyway, we are going to decode that. So you don't have to worry about it. When you're talking about lucid Lucid dreams are when you have control over it and when you can change things there. Okay. So basically, lucid dream is from the dream state, you have to get to a level up where you have control or you're a little bit conscious about it. It's as if you're awake and you're able to do things, but you're doing that inside the dream. It's somewhere in between. Like in that moment, you think that you're completely awake and you're doing it. And when you really wake up something like 6 o'clock or whatever your time, you seem to get up at 4 o'clock. Anyway, that's different. But if you're getting up at 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever time in the morning, and you're completely awake, when you think about it, you realize that was all dream. That is what is lucid dreaming. So you might have had a dream which is very impactful, which felt very real, because even in lucidity, there are different levels. You might not have controlled anything, but you would have had a real, it's as if it is so real with respect to all our sensory organs, kind of a dream. Okay. So, a lot of people, I mean, anyone here who have done sleepwalking? Anybody here? Wow. Nobody's there. I used to sleepwalk, and from the psychology related thing, I was stressed out at that time. I was very small. I had to go away from my parents. It's there. But, and then I don't do it anymore. But then, you know how real it is. The problem there is somewhere that sleep paralysis, which is paralyzes your, when you're in the deep sleep or in your dream space, body connection gets lost, so that your body won't move and act in the dream. That's how it is. That's how it should be. Okay. But if little bit of that connection is still there, then the body will act in the dream. So what happens is you are acting the dream. You're walking, you're doing, you're thinking you're going somewhere, you're thinking you're seeing people, and you're doing all of it, what the dream is happening. Okay, so that doesn't actually come under lucid dream also, because lucid dream, you should be able to be awake and you can control it. You should be able to know that, hey, I'm walking, I'm in my sleeping, I'm in my dream and I'm doing sleepwalking, so I better get back. But so that's how it should be if it is lucid dreaming. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is it is so real that you cannot make out what is the reality and what is your dream. Okay, so that is the difference between lucid dream and the normal dream. Okay, but normal dreams also have a lot of benefits if you know them, if you're able to know. There are some few other dreams which brain is actually, shuffling and reordering and throwing few things which are not required and things which are required, or whatever, all of that. Those things you don't have to sit and decode. Sometimes you know that what you want to decode, you will decode those. Correct? So we have not done the category of the lucid dreaming, and I don't know whether I'll really do it, because that requires everybody's participation. Otherwise, it's of no use doing it. Okay, so I don't know whether I will definitely get in there, but it's possible. It's possible to really get the lucid dreams and do amazing stuff with that. Let's see. So, okay, so 7 days have gone by. Some, at least few people might be able to remember the dreams. But have you observed, because of those memory of the dreams, did those dreams have any impact on your life? I'm not even saying that did it change anything in your life. That is next step. But did any of the dreams make you think something about yourself? And did it make any impact? See, one of the straight impact is if you've got a bad dream, then you're angry with those people when you wake up. You feel as if they've done that to you, and then you feel very pity for yourself, and then maybe the whole day, but you can't express it because you know that was a dream, but you're irritated, right? So the whole idea of making the dream plan is something you can change in your life. That's the whole idea of making dream plan. Okay, so you all have to try. See, this is one space where you have to try and try changing your life, try something amazing in your life. Okay, fine. So let's, since anybody has any more questions or anything, you can spend some time on that. Pala, I can't hear you. Unmute.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, tell me.
No, I had a dream, and my two grandsons just got finished COVID, and they are recovered. It's about 1 week already. Then suddenly that morning, a few days, I think 2 days back, on the 12th, I had a dream. I dreamt this particular message. Somebody's telling me, bathe the boys with 3 things. I can remember. Fenugreek is one of them, and the other 2 I really forgot. And then I was dreaming, and then I didn't even realize that I was dreaming. And then when I wake up, I was going about doing my things. Then when I was meditating, then something tell me, hey, the dreamer which I was dreaming, the dream came back. When I was meditating, then it was telling another item which I forgot. That is a rice powder.
Wow.
Okay. And then one more thing is between 2 things. I don't know which one is that. So this 3 thing, it want me to do in a certain way and bathe the boys for 3 days. And this one, somebody was telling me 3 times. So
what did you do? Did you do it?
No.
See, that's how it is. We do not want to believe. We take it like,
No.
Okay, fine. Oh, yeah, that's it.
I believe it, but I just keep forgetting. Tomorrow I'll do it. I keep forgetting.
See, the thing I'll tell you what, when your subconscious mind is trying to tell you something, you need to do it.
Yeah.
I remember this, Pala, suddenly I remembered. We always had dogs. And in the night, if a dog is barking, my father would say that you should open the door and see. Okay, so it's a natural logic. Why it is barking? Let me go see. But he said it's not because of that. You know that there might not be anything. Some rat might have moved around and it might be barking. He said, if you don't go, the dog will think that it's a waste to bark. And when the real thing comes, it won't. So your dreamer will think it's a waste to tell her anything. So I'll stop telling her.
Got the message.
So
I'll do it.
So you need to pay attention, think about it. Maybe you can think about the ingredients and see, will it go to harm in any way? If it is not harmful, do it. I'll tell you why it will work. Because it's your own mind, right? And you are almost believing it already. If you're a person who will believe yourself, then whatever 3 ingredients you put it will work because you're believing it.
Yeah, the 3rd ingredient I decide myself.
Yes, absolutely. And you would have decided the same thing. Trust me.
Yeah.
Okay, so try it. And if you're successful, you can just give it as like a recipe for everybody.
No problem.
You can make a workshop, tell them.
Oh no.
This is how things will come. This is how things will come. I'm not making fun of you at all, Pala. This is how things will come. But it's very important that we try and we convince ourselves. It'll also make you believe yourself more.
Okay.
And the more you pay attention to that, the more things will start coming in your dream.
Mm.
You know, some people, they don't believe their own intuition when they're totally awake. But they will believe in the dreams because they have this belief that I don't have any control. No, something is telling me. So that must be true. Okay, it's fine. It's all fine. Everything is fine. But what makes is the belief. Okay? Wonderful. So, shall we get on with the dream decoding part? Okay, so most of you already might be knowing what is dream decoding. And I think sometimes back we did that also once. So it's nothing new for us. Okay. So the more you already realize by now that the more you think about your dreams, you pay attention, the more clarity you are getting from the dreams. Basically, you're getting connected with your own dreamer, and the dreamer is, yeah, you know, it's something like the TV news guy. If you're watching the TV, they say some rating and all, right? The more the rating, they'll feel excited and they'll put you probably more good program for you. So it's like that. The more you pay attention to your dreamer, the more dreamer wants to give you the messages. Because who is the dreamer here? You are the dreamer. One part of you is the dreamer, right? So you are going to give more messages to yourself. Okay. Now, if the dreams are becoming very complicated for you, then you can even tell the dreamer that, you know, give me the message straight away. It's just not possible for me to dream. Oh yeah, it will give you the messages straight away. But it is again will be it's again to say that connect with your dreamer. That means know the dream. Try to plan the dream. Everything is connecting with the dreamer. So we again coming back to you have to work on the dream, right? Okay. So just like how Pala said, at least in our lives, especially when you were a child, a lot of messages you have got from the dream. Because at that time we believe in our dreams, we love our dreams, we want to be get lost in the dreams, and we all loved as children to tell our dreams at length to our parents or to our friends. Even now, we all love telling our dreams, if it's very interesting, especially, right? So the child is still there in us and it will remain to be there. So through that child, actually, you can get connected to your dream and then again, get everything, whatever you want, the messages and everything. Okay. So not all dreams are very impactful or they send messages. And sometimes, like how Pala said, even though there's a great message, you don't remember it for some time. Half she remembered, half she did not. Many times I would feel that, oh my God, this is a real breakthrough message, and I don't remember at all. Okay. So then it's natural for everybody because you space out in and out, memory in and out. And especially because dreams are not, I'm not talking about lucid dreams, but other dreams, they do not have the five sensory organs involvement, so it won't be registered in the memory like how the reality registers. Okay, so not all dreams are like that, and some dreams are like how I said, brain is rearranging whatever happened in the 24 hours, and so you are not meant to really take any notice of it. But like how I said, dream planning will give you such kind of dreams. You all should try it. Seriously, you should try one day planning something, getting excited about it, and that day you will get a dream related to that. Trust me and try this. Then only you'll know. When you watch a movie and then sleep, don't you get such kind of dreams, influencing dreams? When you read a book or when you talk to somebody, in the evening or something like that, and then that influences. And you say that, oh, I had spoken to her about it. No, so mostly like that, I got it. Because brain is just 1 second, Pala. So brain is trying to analyze how it makes sense to you. Is it important for you? Should it keep it? All kinds of rearranging is happening. So we also say that filter mind gets cleared when you're sleeping. That is nothing but this. So when you deal with it, it gets cleared. So when you deal with a recurring dream, whatever that is gets cleared. That's how healing also happens. Okay. Now, so when we do therapies, we generally, at least I generally tell them, can you please tell me if you can remember what kind of a dream you got it and at what time you got the dream? Because that will give me an indication whether they have got healed, their brain is making a change, something is changing, something the brain is doing, I'll know. Okay. It's again like dream planning, right? You did the therapy and so you got some dream related to that. So it's indicating. So that dream would give me some idea what might be happening. Okay, based on timing of the dream also. So, so there are so many such things happen when you plan the dream. Okay. So we would probably decode the dreams which have some psychological significance. What is psychological significance? Which gave me a good feeling, like how Kavita said, those horses deliver a good feeling. Someone else told me that they dreamt about some cyst or something like that, and as if that was taken away, and then she felt something has gone away. And that's important, isn't it? That's gone away. That's what is the feeling, right? So these all have psychological significance. Now, if you want to ask me, is it really going to take the cyst away from me? That depends on you, how much you want to believe it. You want to believe it that it's gone, then it'll go. If you don't want to believe and you just have to think that, oh, how I wish that was true, but it's a dream. Okay, then it's not true for you. You'll keep it. So it is better that you believe yourself and all about you, that includes your dream too. Then you can manifest it too. Like how shamans say, it's not seeing is believing. It is actually believing is seeing. First you have to believe it, then you will see that in your reality. If you don't see that, then you have not believed it enough. Okay? So now, so what usually see this, all the dreams, whatever may be, they are revealing our internal environment, which is running in our minds. Even if it is a rearranging dream, it is rearranging what's happening in our mind only. So it's like that. Okay. So whether dreams are real, no, they cannot be real because you're sleeping, your body is at rest, it's sleeping. Then what are they? They are metaphorical. Okay. So what do you mean by metaphorical? Can anybody tell me what is metaphorical?
You draw parallels. There is something like metaphor
representation of another.
as beautiful as a moon. That's a metaphor.
What does it? Say it again, Kavita. Neha, 1 second. Kavita, say it.
As beautiful as the moon is a metaphor. It's a metaphor of beauty. Moon
Okay, so that is when it comes to English. Let's take that only. As beautiful as a, what is that you said?
Moon.
Moon. Okay. So what you're trying to say here is you're not moon, but you're comparing with an object. That's how you can express it, explain it. Correct?
Yeah.
So if it is metaphorical, to express something, you will take the help of the color, objects, events, and so much more. Even emotional, let's remove the emotions. Basically, object, size, shape, and colors are all used to explain or express something. That is called metaphorical. If anybody is using the word metaphorical, which in healing space it's used a lot, means this. So if they are telling that I'm feeling extremely scared, if somebody asks you, can you give a metaphor for it? You say like it's like a ball of fire. I can see it like a ball of fire. What is the color? It's got red color. Flames are coming. Now I can directly work on the ball of fire with flames instead of working with the fear or anger. Both are same because this is the representation of this. So either way you work on it. Many times people who are very visual, working on metaphor is very easy. Okay? Now, so dreams are all metaphorical, meaning what? Meaning it is not the truth. It is not the direct message which is giving you. You have to decode it like how the anger was equal to a fireball. If you see a fireball, it's not fireball. It is the anger which you are representing. So dreams are all like that. So you have to understand the theme of the dream. So maybe you point out, write it down, some of the few points which you need to, it should be all put together. Then only you can make out what's the dream is about. Okay. So you should understand the theme of the dream. Okay. What was the theme? Theme was all horses in a meadow, something, something. Basically, it's a space which I don't know about. Maybe she can go ahead and say that it was very magical. So these are all the theme, correct? Then the tone of the dream. Was it a strong thing for you? What was the tone of it? Was it very harsh? Was it very soft? Was it very casual? What was the tone of the dream?
Spiritual. I felt spiritual kind of a context.
Yeah, okay. So spiritual, it was very divine. I felt like I'm lost and I felt loved. It can be any of those, okay? So you will also identify the tone of the dream. Then when you, so this is very common. So you got the theme of the dream, tone of the dream. I will also go and find out the main characters of the dream. Okay. Sometimes there'll be strangers. So I can't remember them. So I will say there were strangers, right? So it's like that. Many times you don't remember how many people were there. Some strangers were there. Or you will remember, oh, I remember it was all about my friend, or it was all with my sister. Or Pala would say it's all about my boys, something like that. Okay. And also you can find out where the backdrop or where it was. It was in a Haveli, my grandfather's Haveli or something like that, or it was in a hill station. It was all over the place. It was in the air. You know, it can be that also. So you'll figure out that. And then what are the emotions that gave you? That's another thing you should write it down. I was very neutral, or I was just watching. I felt very like a stranger there. I was not so comfortable, or I was sad, I was angry, I felt let down, I felt extremely happy, and I felt as if I have judged. It can be any of this. And then what do you write? Maybe some of the main events, but that you don't have to, because you're going to take a short dream and you'll take dreams, you don't remember the whole thing. Like how Pala said, I am supposed to bathe. That's all is the dream. She wouldn't see a long dream unless she is a child. Child will see one Ramayana only. Okay, so but adults usually see a summary. It's like a small little dream. Summary of the dream. So there may not be any main event, but you can write it. Summary of the dream. Once this is done, we have to understand that the dream is all about us. Every character in the dream is us because it's metaphorical. Okay? Of course, other things also there, but it's better to think that every character, everything is actually giving me indication. So it's me only who is getting that information like that in terms of others, like a metaphor. Okay? So it's better to think that way. Now, when you start realizing this, you also start feeling that you should have a bit of how do you, because we said emotions, we said blah, 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 then it started becoming personal. Correct? Started becoming little personal here in the sense when I see the horse, I might feel great or I might get scared, whereas Kavita will feel different. So it became personal and for each individual. Now, if I take one book, try to see what does the horse mean, it's going to be a wrong thing. You can have your own dictionary, like how we said when we said the dream signals, dream sign or whatever. Every time when the horse comes, maybe Kavita knows what it is. It's for her, not for me. I would rather go with how did I feel about the horse? What horse is reminding me of? And then I'll make my dictionary. So it is a waste of time to spend money on dream decoding dictionary, which says horse means this means this means this is wrong. It's not right. Okay. So, so everything we have to just check that what it means whenever there is an object comes. Now let's work on an example. Let's all of us involve in this. Okay. It's not a dream, but let us think what it means for each of us. Let us assume that we see a frog in our dream. Okay. I will tell what it means probably for me. Okay. For me, I don't feel yucky about frog at all. I used to play with frogs when I was small. So I feel it's very cold. To touch the frog, it's actually very cold and sticky. And it's jumpy. It's very, very jumpy. And I feel it's a very scared creature. Okay. And then it makes loud noises. Okay. So I also feel that if the frog comes, oh, maybe some loud noise is required. From the healer aspect, I feel throat chakra needs to be opened up. Okay. From a shaman aspect, I feel that self-confidence might be going a little low or some cleansing is required. Some kind of a transformation may happen because from a tadpole, it comes to a frog. And if I think about tadpole, I feel really yucky and I prefer a frog. So there is something I don't like, but I would like to have frog. These could be my interpretation. Somebody might remember the princess and the frog. Then they'll think that, oh, that's a prince actually. No, it's not a frog. You just need to kiss it. Okay. So it can be anything. Okay. So any of you, I am just asking you, what does frog mean to you? Tell me. In case if you see that in your dream, what probably it might be, just be crazy and creative.
Jumpy, unpredictable.
Okay.
Hmm.
Nothing is right or wrong. So just go crazy and think what all comes to your mind.
Don't feel good about it.
Okay. Yes. We don't feel so good about it. I am neutral about it though. So, but we
Very
both seem to have jumpy. What is it, Pala?
annoying.
Huh?
Annoying.
Annoying. Wow. Okay. Yeah, its sound is really annoying. When in the daytime, if you hear a frog, then you know that rain is supposed to be nearing. You know, there are so many such things. So, anyone else? There are 12 people here. Anyone else? People would say that I don't dream of frogs, so I don't have to think about it.
I could interpret it as to take a leap of faith because it jumps like, you know.
Yes, yes, it could be that. So, what happens is when you see such kind of dreams, these things, what, like how we are thinking, sitting here and thinking, you will definitely think that, oh yeah, frog came. No, let me put it as leap of faith. Okay, so the frog might indicate like that to Anna. Okay, so let's see. If you take a dream, what is that we said? Write it. Some of the points I asked you to write, correct? Okay. Now you have to start decoding the main things. What is that? The theme you will have to decode. Everything is metaphorical, right? So you'll decode the theme, you'll decode the tone, and you will decode main characters, you will decode the event, you will decode the things inside that. What happens is, it is it's not a non-linear dream. Is never it's never linear. Now how to tell that?
It's abstract.
What is that, Neha?
It's abstract, right?
It's very abstract. So the moment it's very abstract, it cannot be like, okay, first this happened, second this happened, third this happened, fourth this happened. It cannot be that. It cannot be a story like that. It is a message only. It's like, if you take Pala's dream, you just need to bathe. Full stop. There is no story there. Most often it is only that much. It's one message kind of a thing. Okay? So it is, rather than any black and white direct story, it is just a very abstract message. And that message, more and more, when you think, it will make sense more and more to you. And it will start coming to your help in your life. Basically, that's all about what the dreamer will do from subconscious mind. Subconscious mind cannot be a clearly written epic. It's a very chaotic, abstract, not understandable few messages. Right? Okay. So, let us assume there was a cat and a frog fighting. Now, for me, cat is a very nice, cuddly pet. So how do I decode it? I will decode it like the joy. Cat is joy for me. I went with the emotions. Now the theme here is some fighting is happening. Tone is, okay, animals, I don't care anyway, types. It's not so much important for me. Let's take it that way. Now the cat is a joy. And the frog, let's assume, low self-esteem. Okay? They're fighting. So what do you say? The joy and the low self-esteem are fighting. It made little different meaning now for us. Instead of thinking cat and a frog. Okay? Now we can little bit how probably you would have dreamt is, cat is so big and the frog is little small little thing. So my joy is big actually. But this little bit of self-esteem, not having self-esteem is affecting my joy. Okay? And if you know the truth, whenever any dog, cat, none of the dogs and cat go behind frogs. You know that? Do you know why? Anybody know here why? They would have learned it from hard way.
Because it jumps and it must be scaring them, and it's slippery also.
The frogs piss.
Yuck. Oh.
And the moment they do it, the dogs and the cats get frog in their mouth. So they'll never, and it stays for a long time without feeling the taste, nothing, I think. They'll be doing like that, they'll be going around.
That must be a defense mechanism of the
Yes,
frog.
it is. That is why cats and dogs don't go and touch these frogs. Usually puppies will do and they will learn in their life. So this self-esteem is affecting my joy by pissing. I mean, that's my interpretation because I know it, right? It depends on each one of you. So now this will start giving me, where is this? My self-estimation is going down with my joy. Oh my gosh, I have an interview to take. I'm just giving an example, okay? Then you know that this is what is happening to me. Okay, so we diagnosed and we got it. What is the solution is everybody will ask. Then I'll say, if it were to be lucid dream, you would have made your solution there, but you did not make it. But that's okay. You can tell yourself, it is fine. I understand this is what I'm feeling, but I'm an adult. I know I can handle it. Okay. You can even do some, self-esteem is nothing but throat chakra. So you can do some chakra expansion and energy, whatever the thing you can do it, or whatever you can make yourself bit high self-esteem, you can do that. You want to ignore people who are putting you down, that you can do it. For some time, you can definitely do that. So you don't allow them to affect you. Solution is up to you, what you do. You can go and take a therapy also if you want. That's different. But at least you got to know, you don't have to fool around with yourself thinking that I am all fine, I am all fine. No, you're not fine because cat and frogs are fighting inside your dream. It's better to acknowledge that this is what is happening to me. Right? Lots and lots of such indications will come to us as we do the dream analysis. Got it? Now, so the more you start analyzing a bit about your dreams, you will know a lot about yourself. Example, I just realized I know a lot about frogs than any one of you here. Maybe because I've seen it. How does that make me feel? It makes me feel really good about my childhood. Okay, this is how I'm realizing. So every little bit of these things, when you analyze, you will know a lot about yourself. That itself is enough to raise your self-esteem high. Right? It is to know more about yourself. Please analyze your dreams. Because there is a dreamer who knows you from the subconscious mind. So that you, whose name is dreamer, is inside the subconscious mind and click, hello, can you hear me? This is what you are. So something like that, right? It's very interesting to know about ourselves. And when you know about yourself, there's nothing but gratitude and pride about yourself. You are so proud about yourself then. It actually makes you feel this is what is self-love, because you feel so nice about you. This is what is self-love, to feel good about yourself. That, oh yeah, I know a lot of things about me. Nobody knows. Congratulations.
Can I interrupt?
Yeah, go ahead, Anna.
But you could be knowing something bad also about yourself, which may not rise.
Of course. But then still you'll feel, oh yeah, I know about me. Just knowing about you, whether good, bad, ugly, it's knowing about you. You'll touch yourself, you'll connect with yourself. And that's the most good thing. And you will be non-judgmental. How can you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm that, I'm thinking like that? No, You're okay. One thing why you're okay, because the other world the outside world doesn't know about it. And you're confident.
We are in the healing world. That's why we have learned to acknowledge our negatives as well. But any ordinary person, I think, would
No.
not be comfortable.
See, the thing is, when they know that they're guilty, or when they know that they have this bad thought, they're trying to only cover it up. Okay? But the moment they know that, my God, I'm thinking like this, slowly, sooner or later, they're accepted because they don't want to criticize themselves. Sooner or later, they will accept it. And the very fact they accept, they will try to change it too. You know, there's one person who told me that I eat, I pick my nose and I eat. Okay. Now the question is, you don't have to feel yucky. How can you do that? You don't have to. Okay. But the question is, why do you do that? She said, I don't know why it happens to me like that. But for me, I don't carry a handkerchief or anything with me. And I don't know what to do with that. I don't feel like, you know, sticking it somewhere or something. I feel that attitude is bad. So I end up eating. Okay, this is a very deep inside secret of hers. Correct? Now, the fact that she's bold enough to say it means she has accepted it, hasn't she? Otherwise, she would have kept it inside. And also, you can think that it's not probably affecting her so much, that she's not very critical about herself. But on top of it, she has a logic. She does not want to make anything dirty, or people who stick it here, their table, that side, this side is bad, and I'm at least not doing it. She has a logic. Now, as a therapist, what do? You be neutral. Ask her, how do you feel about it? If she says, I don't feel anything about it, it's none of your business. You just keep quiet. Whatever may be your feeling inside. Because naturally we feel, my God, what kind of a yucky thing. You feel like correcting them. No, don't do it. Maybe you should do that. But it's none of your business. There are billions of people here with all kinds of attitude. Will you go correct everybody? No. We also have some of our dark secrets. Just a thought can be some kind of a passing by thought we might have. And because it's a thought, you think that nobody knows and it won't affect. And so you keep it inside it. It's okay to keep it inside. But if anyway it's bothering you, it's hurting you, then it is better to accept and talk about it or write about it. If you don't do that, it will start coming in your dream. It is just a suggestion, that's all. The more you know about yourself, the more you feel either I am wrong or I'm okay. If you're wrong, at least it gives you an opportunity to take charge of it. Then do something about it. If you feel that you're not wrong, okay, leave it, it's fine. But the truth, only you know. That's where you feel connected to yourself. And we already know. We don't need even the dreams to tell us. We already know. Maybe the dreams will tell us some few things which we are not really bothered to know. Some extra information you will get it. Okay, so the more you know about yourself, the more deeper insights about yourself will start, and that will make way to deeper, more growth of yourself. How does this happen? I cannot tell you that, because you need to experience and feel. If you are having a spiritual experience, once when you have it, then only you will grow to the next level. And I can't tell you how you will grow from this spiritual level to that spiritual level, because I don't even know what kind of spiritual experience you are going to get. But we are constantly growing. And the more you know about yourself, the more you will constantly grow. There is no doubt about it. That you have to believe yourself. Okay? Now, you will use dreams, you will use other signals around you, you will use your therapist's head and mind, and you will use every day, you will use your friends, neighbors who are giving you feedback about yourself, and even pets, trees, everything everything something they're telling you, your intuition is telling. So 24 hours, 24/7, 365 days, 366 days, or whatever days, you are growing. You have to get connected with that growth. That's the whole point of therapy. You are just like doing one process after another process, not even connected about yourself with your own growth, then you will never realize the growth. So consciously you are here and you are mentally growing. So you read many books, you attended many sessions, you got to know lots of this thing, you learned a lot of jargons, you made a group, you have a tribe. How much have you grown? I'm not sure. That's how the answer will be. Of course, none of us are sure. But then at least you should feel from last year to this year, there is a change, right? We should feel. I'm sure all of us are feeling. I'm not saying that none of you are feeling. I'm just giving a speech. I love giving speech. Okay, so now let's see the step by step. I'm just again, I didn't want to give any steps actually, because this dream analysis is so much of a personal work. It's based on each individual. It's based on each individual level or the growth which we talked about, where they are, so how they are able to interpret. And the message is like, it depends on you. Whenever you're eating a mango, you are a very not a sophisticated way of eating person. How do you eat that center part of that mango, that seed? Do like that, like that, like that. Probably you go on doing like that until it becomes totally white. I remember my mother eating. There used to be nothing, no trace of yellow there. She would probably eat it off also, but she never did that. It's each person how they eat it, because that's how they get the enjoyment, right? Dreams are like that. Decoding dreams are like that. It's up to you. How do you do it? You want to very sophisticatedly take one little piece and then eat it and throw it, where when you look at it, you'll feel, oh my God, still there is some mango. It's up to you, right? It's all up to us. How much deep you want to go, how much crazy you want to be, what all the messages you want to get it. Don't even question whether this is the message my dreamer is giving. We don't care. We want to get the message of what we want. Anyway, it's metaphorical. Who can prove it? It's beneficial for you. Yes, I love it. So go ahead and do it. So if it is so, how can I give you step by step? But still I have. Anyway, so let's write this step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay. Step 1. Pick a recent dream. Short and sweet. Of course, as I said, only children will dream big, big stories. And try to take to start off not a very complex, but just a small little dream. Okay. This is step 1. You'll have to write it in your book, that dream, basically. To start off. Otherwise, you don't need it. You can just think like this, retrospect, daydream a bit about the dream you had in the night, and then you're over with it. I'm just telling to start off, to have fun or to have more clarity, you can write your dream 2-3 lines. Step 2. You would have done that main theme, tone, emotion, main characters, which we spoke, right? Now, maybe you will start thinking those 4 lines you've written, you would have written, like Kavita would have 100% written horses. So you will ask, each of this means what to me? Horses indicate what to me? What is that she said? She said something. She said, good news.
Wisdom, wisdom,
Eh,
wisdom,
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Hmm.
So she'll say that in the meadow I saw horses. That's how she would have written, and then she will replace it in the meadows. On the horses, she'll write, I saw wisdom. It should have written wisdom there. Or she will say what kind of divine wisdom, or it's all up to her what she writes there. Okay. Then so you replace those things. And then she saw only horses. She didn't see anything more. You saw only horses, Kavita?
I saw the meadow, beautiful green meadows.
Okay, so what is beautiful
And
green meadow? You can write. Horses, you can write. And then what else you wrote?
I also saw that I was using the energies of the horses for
Okay.
myself and others.
Okay. Now here is the tricky thing. We know metaphors, right? But for Kavita, it would have felt so nice about taking the energy and giving it to all. So she will say that, no, I don't want to write anything. I will write energy only. This is how it will happen for us. But she needs to understand what that energy means. Can she compare that energy to something which she's aware of? And what is her need to give it to everyone else? Why anyone else is required energy? Did they ask her? But whatever, why she feels that she needs to give. So some things like that, she will rewrite it. This is step number 2. Step number 3. You'll have to read it all over again. Like whatever that meadow. What is meadow for you, Kavita?
It
Green
is,
meadow.
the green meadows are something very beautiful and expansive,
Okay.
and something which is, like nature.
Okay. So it's a very expansive, beautiful nature. In that, I saw this divine wisdom. And then, which I blah, 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 because I took the energy and gave it to others. There is something else. So this
Expansion maybe.
expansion of consciousness or whatever it represents for that. Then what she's trying to figure out here is, and she said it felt good. The dream felt good. So she feels good somewhere to feel that the large space, the nature where you are, it's very expansive, means you're tiny there. It's huge and beautiful. Maybe angelic, I don't know. Then
Yeah.
there is wisdom there. In that space, if she gets in, there is wisdom. And she wants to take that and she wants to feel that expanded feeling. And also she wants to give others the same feeling. Okay. Now, what does it tell her? What does it tell you, Kavita?
It tells me that I'm in a growth towards spirituality.
It tells you your growth in spirituality, or it also tells you probably you are meant to do that. And opposite of that is you're stuck in a space which is confining you.
Okay.
And knowledge is what you should seek. Now, this could be very subjective to some event in your life that only you should be able to make out. Okay, yesterday you got the dream. In the 2-3 days back, when you have felt something, maybe you just asked, I don't understand what the hell I should do. Okay, your dreamer is trying to give you some message maybe. So this is very personal to you. So I can't make out. But when you keep on retrospecting, thinking about what you have written, lots of things will start coming, and it will also tell you what is knowledge for you. One step you did knowledge, fine. But what is knowledge for you? I have to go talk to this person. I have to talk to some, not necessarily always you should go to a guru. Sometimes when you talk to a student also, you will get a lot more knowledge. I need to teach somebody, or I need to go to Kashmir somewhere. I sit in there, and something, okay? Which your heart will tell you whether that is the right thing to do, because it feels, it's so good. Okay? So there are only 3 steps: writing the dream, interpreting the main things, putting all your intuition and every understanding of the whole thing and trying to make sense out of it, and sitting and retrospecting and decoding it about yourself, asking this question: what is the dreamer trying to tell me, highlight me, for me through this dream? That question will give you the next layer of message, not exactly or nothing related to your dream. It will tell you your life path is this, and you're not doing it. You need to do, take your time. Take time for yourself and go somewhere here, meditate, tell them something will happen. That is the next layer of message, right? So the complete metaphorical became little sensible, and that became deeper messages for you. It doesn't mean every day sit and do your dream. It's nonsense, because dream is also reshuffling your folders inside your head. So you don't have to do it. But that dreams which you remember and you feel like, hey, my gosh, I got this kind of dream. Very weird, isn't it? Okay, then maybe try to decode it.
Isha, I want to ask you,
Go
when
ahead.
I'm feeling good, you see,
Okay.
certain dreams I feel bad
Huh.
and stuck. In certain dreams, like this horses one, I felt extremely good and spiritually and that. So does it mean when I'm feeling good, it is the positive
Of course it is, isn't it? You tell me.
representation, not the stuck representation, but the positive representation?
Of course, it's making you feel good.
Yeah.
Please read it directly as it is about your emotions. Emotions are never metaphorical.
Yeah.
It made you feel good, that's it.
And when I'm feeling bad, then probably it can mean the opposite. You see, if
bad means bad only, okay? Bad means you are feeling bad.
Yeah, if supposing I dreamt the same thing and I was feeling
bad, then
I could have interpreted that I'm stuck. But I'm feeling good, then my interpretation is that I'm in the path of growth.
Probably. That's up to you. I am nobody to judge that, Kavita.
Okay.
Okay, so it's totally about you and yourself. I am not a person who can even have any rights to say that, no, Kavita, you are wrong. You are stuck actually, and it's indicating you to go ahead. No. This is your own interpretation, and you have to interpret on your own. Just don't lie to yourself that I'm always happy, it's indicating happy. No. You be brutally honest. I'm feeling bad about it. I'm feeling bad. The next question is, what is that it's trying to tell me? I'm feeling bad about this whole thing. Then you will remember, because this person told me that they did something like this and I felt bad. Okay, that's how it is. At that time, you did not acknowledge, maybe you were in the crowd, you're in the group, or you want to make yourself stronger. So at that time, you did not acknowledge it. But it's coming in the dream and it's time for you to acknowledge it. Got it? So you have to be very honest with yourself, because that's your own dream and it's your own message.
Yeah. So positive emotions mean growth. Negative emotions mean stuck.
No.
No.
Positive emotions means positive emotions. Negative emotions mean negative emotions. How they interpret is up to you.
Okay.
In that moment, how it makes you feel, that's what it is. Never take it like a actual dictionary. That's what I'm trying to say. There is no dictionary. Today, if sadness in the dream makes you feel I'm stuck, because of which I'm sad, today it is. Tomorrow when you're feeling sad, because that person blamed me, that's why I felt sad. That's it. It doesn't mean tomorrow also you're stuck.
Okay.
Every time it is different. That's why it requires you to retrospect. You got it right? And that means to say you're going to believe yourself. And you trust yourself that you are showing light to your own self through the dreamer. Only then you can change. Otherwise, how you're lying to yourself in the morning, you're going to lie yourself through the dreamer also. Got it right?
Not really, but somewhat.
You have to try. So what we do is it's 6-8. What we do is we have 7 days until we meet again, right? One dream at least you will get in this 7 days. Unless you try very hard, I don't want to remember any dream. I want to make sure that I don't have any dreams. Then I can't help for you. And I feel sad for you because there is so much beautiful thing to dream. And it's very interesting. Your night can become really interesting. Okay? So try to dream. Try to plan the dream. Okay? It's even more interesting when you plan the dream and it comes, you feel really kicked. You feel, oh, I love it. Okay. So, or if you don't plan it, if you don't get it, it's still okay. You know, planning can also be done. I will read this 2-3 pages of an interesting novel and then I'll see what dream I'll get. That is also planning a dream. Or telling yourself an affirmation of this, and then, I want to dream about money. Let's see what comes in my dream. Or you ask yourself a question. I'm undergoing this problem. I want to know what it is. Think about the problem too much and then sleep. Or watch one detective movie or something thrilling, point everything, and then keep thinking about it. Oh my gosh, this happened now. Okay, and then sleep. So all of these are also dream planning. Just trying to see how while you're sleeping, those thoughts will affect your dream. Please try that because that's the easiest I can ask you. Okay. So in the next 7 days, try to decode one of your dream and then try to see how it makes sense in your life and give me the success story, awesome story next time when we meet. Because next time I'm just only going to talk about the experiences people have. Otherwise, we'll all be talking only Kavita's dream. If you open your dream journal, only Kavita's dreams are there. Okay.
All you know, we'll be dreaming Kavita's dream.
Exactly, I was about to say that. Everybody will dream about Kavita now. Okay. Or Kavita's horses will be in your dream. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So do that and we will talk about it. And also we'll talk about what are lucid dreams, etc. And if people are interested, only I will go ahead with lucid dreams. Otherwise, I will stop. Okay. So let's see. I'm sure it's very exciting to decode the dreams. And then from now on, don't go behind anybody asking, can you decode my dreams? Please, can you decode my dreams? No. You are equipped enough to decode your own dreams. You can also help others to decode their dreams without any judgment. That's very important. Okay? Because otherwise you'll make the same blunder as any of the dream dictionaries which are available in the market. Okay? So all of you understood, right? Because I get many messages writing their dreams, can you decode and tell me? So from now on, I'm going to tell, I will charge for you if you want me to dream, if you want me to decode. So you can also use the same strategy once you become very good. Okay. Okay, ladies, we came to the end of it. Now I have one little more thing. Today, when we are in some other group, when people are talking, holding the space came into picture. So somebody asked me, what does that mean, holding space? So I just wanted to ask all of you, whoever here, what is it holding space means? Anybody can tell me? It's different for different people, okay? Yeah. And whoever wants to talk, you know, I'm using the Hitesh strategy. I love it. Whoever wants to talk will have to switch on the video and talk. I love it. Okay. Kavita, you are already switched on your video. Tell me.
So for me, holding space means to give some kind of a, you know, like you have that crucible where everything comes and stays, you know, it is protected and guarded. And there's a layer of some kind of comfort around it. So when you're holding the space, you're giving a comfort zone to the other person to be able to experience in totality in a non-judgmental way and to evolve from that.
Okay, I understand that. That's your holding space. Can you tell me how do you give it in reality? And that person is not with you. That person is somewhere else. How will you hold the space?
Just to let the person know that I'm there.
Okay.
And wait and being with her.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Kavita, suddenly the voice went away.
Yeah. So I'm just telling her that I'm there in a non-judgmental way and trying to do whatever I can in form of Ho'oponopono or sending any of those energies to be able to do whatever I can energetically.
Okay. So basically holding space is not intruding into their business energetically also, but a sort of giving strength to undergo it. And it's totally should be their choice how they want to undergo. Because we get confused and we'll start sending pink light, white light, whatever light, and then we start doing a lot of other things. It may be good, maybe sometimes it is very damaging. That is why people say that you have to take permission before you do their energy healing, especially energy healing. They'll go haywire. Something may become too much and you may cause harm. Okay? So Neha went away somewhere. Only her fan is there. You have to ask the fan what it means. Okay, what is that you want to say, Neha?
I actually wanted to ask you something, if that's okay. Or should I come to it later?
Maybe just hold on a minute, okay?
Sure.
Okay, so I will just give you a perspective of holding space from many things. Then you choose whichever is right for you, okay? So if it is a distance healing, or no, I'm not talking distance healing, the person is somewhere else and you are here. Holding space is basically, you know, the power of 8. You might have know about this 8 thing. So 8 people are around and you're putting them in the middle. That is also holding space. Just to think that you're creating that space for them. Okay? Right? If you're sitting next to this person, holding space is just touching their back. It's like if this is a person, you would touch the back. Just touch it like that. And maybe just hold them like that. It's not that, okay, take it and quickly you give some tissues to cry and all of this. Of course, you'll do all of it. All it has to require is sit next to them, feel them, let them feel you, and holding them and just being there. That's it. That is holding space if they're next to you. Works brilliantly well with your children and your spouse, if that spouse is ready for it. Anyway, in family constellation, there is a constellation happening. That person who's playing the client or the client himself, herself inside, they will go on talking. You just have to keep quiet. Wait for them to finish. They will empty themselves completely. And that is holding space. Listening to them is a big holding space. You don't have to give any advice to anybody because no advice makes any sense there. You are not the one who have undergone, by the way. What advice can you give? So just listen to them. That's the biggest thing. So in every aspect, when it comes to shamanic thing, what I would do is I will set up my circle and I visualize that they're inside it. That's it. You don't have to do anything more than that. And that's holding space. So if you are a therapist or a healer, you can create many holding space. But if you're not, then if you're in the place, just sit with them. That's it. They should know that your presence, that's all, that you're there. And sometimes in a place, when let's assume someone has died in a place, you go there, you don't even talk to them, you stand in a corner. That makes lot of changes if you go with a positive attitude. You're not going there and sucking all that energy, bad thing, I'm making a big thing. No, no, no. Don't do any of that. You're not supposed to tamper anything there. But your presence will make a difference. That is what is holding space. Sometimes if someone is crying so much without controlling, the strength I have in my heart, I give it to them. Because I can be very neutral. When someone is crying, I can just stand there without crying. And I can just spread that strength. I tell them, you have my strength. And I'm not judging you at all. It is okay to cry. That talk in your head, in your mind, will change things there. You have to try out all of these things. Therapists will get, by the way, a lot of chances. So, but others should try when such thing comes. Silence has a lot of power than words. And you need to use all of this. If you make yourself stronger inside, that person who is in your intent will definitely feel the strength. That's the trick. If you want to touch somebody from the distance, this is the trick. It should be focused. The strength in you is what it goes there. That's all you need to do. That is what is holding space. Okay? Okay, Neha, go ahead. What is that you want to say?
You spoke about connecting with the growth after doing multiple things. Can you guide a little more on how to go about doing that?
I'm
Because
spaced
there are
down.
so many processes, so many things that keep happening, and you feel good after it, sort of feeling that you take away. But is it that you do whatever homework is given, you do only that and continue? Is that called connecting to growth, or what exactly does it mean?
Neha, can you say it again? I was kind of went
Please.
away holding space. So I'm coming back. Can you just tell me again what is the question?
You need me to hold your face
Context.
while I tell you.
Please, everybody, hold space in understanding what Neha is telling me.
Okay. So you mentioned about connecting with the growth.
Did I? Yes, I did.
You did.
Huh.
How does that actually happen? Like, how do you do it? Like, let's say there's a particular workshop or a class or whatever process, anything that we attend and all. So there's a certain takeaway we have from that. Are you saying that we continue just doing whatever homework we got there and that's the way we connect to growth? Or you don't need any of these lights and, sacred spaces, and there's another way you can connect with the growth? How does this exactly work?
This growth doesn't depend on any. I said how many
But
hours.
how do you continue to
Yeah.
stay connected to it?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
growth
I'll tell you,
is
I'll tell you.
how the growth,
See,
but the
you
connecting.
don't have to continuously get connected at all. Awareness, when it comes, it cannot be taken away. When the awareness comes to you, which will make you grow from where you are to the next stage, you don't have to really keep connecting with it all the time. Where you have to connect yourself is how you're continuously growing. If you get that idea, then you're in touch with yourself continuously. In touch with yourself, which is growing continuously. Okay? Let me give an example. I'm giving my own example, okay? So, very recently, the argument I'm having at home is about the vacation. I want to go there, my husband want to go here, and my children don't know where to go. They want to go somewhere, and so many things are happening. Okay? So naturally, one is The vacations are coming close by. If you don't do it, then you are going to sit in wherever you are. That pressure. Second thing is irritation will start. Correct? Then I was doing some process. I was trying to see the timeline, past, present, and future. Okay? Then when I was seeing that, how this past makes me feel, this particular experience, I mean, whatever that thing one day we will do, okay, for everybody. It's fantastic, actually. I was seeing how past has been bright, blah, blah, blah. Future was hazy, present, deep trench. So I'm wondering, what is this? Metaphorical again, all of this? But you will get an idea that I'm so clear about whatever happened in the past. Of course, it's past. Currently, I'm feeling as if I'm in the edge of a trench. I might fall down. Right? Future, I'm not very clear. Then I thought, how does it make me feel if I start moving on the future? So I visualize myself moving there. And then that thing, it's like a valley and the road is going like that. And it turned to a right side. Earlier I was thinking there's no road ahead, but it turned to the right. And then I'm going like that, and suddenly it opens up to a beautiful my place. And then people are helping me out, and it just turned out into a beautiful future. That's again metaphorical. I don't have to really believe whatever I saw. It's a beautiful future. Now, how it is connected to the vacation? I was just thinking there, and then suddenly I felt I am restricting myself with the definition that I want to go only there, whatever place which I want to go. Why do I think that the other place which my husband is telling me I won't find joy there? Why not? It's me who is restricting everything. If I start restricting, I do not receive including happiness. How about saying, we'll go to where you want to go and see? This is the awareness. Awareness which came from this process. Is this process is doing work on this vacation? No, nowhere related. But it made me think my future can be beautiful if I am open a little bit more. Okay. Now, such kind of events continuously happen to you if you are retrospecting with yourself. That is where I'm trying to say, connect with your growth, connect with yourself, which is growing continuously, is this. Because it may be a workshop, it may be your own thing, it may be a nice food, it may be a movie, it may be a friend talking, it may be I talking to you. Something will shift your thoughts. Growth is inevitable for everybody. Growth is inevitable. But are you aware of it is what the thing is about? You have to be aware of it. If you are aware of it, then you will appreciate the person who's grown. Okay, once the awareness comes, anybody can take it away? No. Immediately it will start changing your behavior. Immediately it will start changing your behavior, because my husband is, oh, how come suddenly you're smiling now about wherever we thought we'll go? Okay. It shows in you. The behavior shows. And immediately a lot of things around you will open up and change, and you'll feel at ease. Most importantly, you will feel at ease because the internal fighting is gone. It's we who should make things easy for us. So this is what I meant. So it has nothing to do with your homework doing, attending some session, trying to do this process, nothing. It is connecting with inside, internal to you. And then what you feel about it, it's not being critical at all about you. It's trying to figure out new things about yourself and experimenting it. Something will come out of it then. Got it right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, ladies, I had a nice chat today. Anyway, so we'll meet next week. Till then, do the homework. Just now I said it's nothing to do about homework, but no, you're going to interpret your dream and have fun with that.